Hello, hope all is well. Welcome back to EU4 with our Trebizond campaign for Komnenoi Empire. With the requirements that we become, well, one stage higher than a kingdom, I guess. So, as a recap, this is what we're heading for. Just reach empire status, really. I mean, we have 100 already. So we're 10% of the way, is one way you could look at that. It's pretty nice. Yeah. Let's wait for our war exhaustion to die down. Buy a little bit of it down, I suppose. But I'm not going to spend that much on admin to call this. I'm waiting. So Crimea is friends with Kazan and Nogai. Great Horde allied with Konmenoi, Uzbek and Ajan. One of my missions, the one about the whole Caucasian kingdoms, actually given me this amount of claims. It's very, very nice. So those amongst the Ottoman rivals that I would quite like to get my hands on is Austria. That'd be very helpful. Shirvan. Ally Ottomans and Konmenoi, which is a bit of a pain, but treatable. Fort maintenance is kind of a kicker. I'm going to turn off the forts, but leave the army maintenance on. And repay some loans. Look at that, 2/3 of our losses are due to the interest from having the loans from before. So we can make that back, not a problem. We nearly gained second government reform as well. To which kind of liking the look of this nobles electorate thing, but I don't have aristocratic. So I think the plan has enabled aristocratic ideas. It doesn't say anything about taking any ideas. I could hold on to this, take aristocratic for 2 seconds, get the idea type, government type, and then just drop it and get defensive. From how that reads. As usual, I'll be taking expand roll court, etc, etc. We'll work it as we go along. Another reason for part of my losses is because I'm paying for corruption due to overextension, which is also not a problem necessarily. So the Mamluks took Ramazan over. Clearly they just have Karaman as an ally, yeah. So the Ottomans will probably be getting an early advance into Egyptian lands then. That's going to be a bit dire, isn't it? Oh well. Let's put a claim on one of these. Of course, I have Muscovy at my side. Very conveniently. I also have the Cossacks. 15% development in all state provinces, which are of steppe lands. That's great. Let's go and legalize the Cossacks raids. I don't want Cossack regiments necessarily here. I don't have the... That's handy. Cossack exploration expedition for a conquistador. Ah, nice little Muscovy buff there. Giving the ability to have a conquistador without having to take exploration ideas, I suppose. What's 10 army tradition do for me right now? Not a whole lot while I'm at peace, huh? But when it comes to fighting the rebels, it'll be nice. I have a little bit of time on that. Let's see here. Okay. Figadoro. A friend in need is a friend indeed, but I need the prestige. Look at that, 50 admin. And now, that also allows me to do this. Then... Great Horde has been insulted by Trebizond. Or make Samskep become my annexation. I can do it immediately. I suppose that has something to do with the fact that Georgia had them for X amount of time. So my takeover superseded the need for the 5-year truce before you could annex your vassal. I'm not complaining, that's kind of nice. I just needed the relations. I can sell titles and then do this to freely take out some loans, and we're looking better already. Let's pay down this war exhaustion now. I have 30 dev in Trebizond. It's naturally gaining renaissance. I don't need to dev anymore. I can start coring. So we're 10% of our way towards our goal of being an empire. Our war exhaustion continues to tick down. I'll make additional calls, etc, etc. Florence and Lucca. Oh, of course I'll take the more diplomatic power. I don't need relations with bloody Genoa, do I? I want to take their lands. So I need 15 provinces in the Caucasian region. Gazikmuk is allied with Biapas. I don't want to fight Great Horde, AQ, Uzbek and Ajam. I mean, Ajam are basically out for the count though. Karakoyunlu are actually in a very unstable position right now. But only I was Tech 5 / had more troops / all of the above. So as mentioned, I'm actually probably gonna hold off Wait a second, has rule election. I don't want to lose my Trebizond Empire government because it's a interesting flavour thing. Otherwise I would swap to an elected monarchy. Plus, yes, I've seen the videos of or I've seen parts of the videos from the student recently about the whole being able to go into elected monarchy, gaining a royal marriage, claiming the throne, then fighting to get as many personal units as you want. I think it's really cool, but I don't intend on using that, especially not here. I don't think there's any reason here. I'm happy to say that any PUs I acquire will be natural, which means I'll have none, but you know, I have a strong ally, I suppose. Georgia rival me? For what purpose? Also, you still in the HRE here? Yes. Okay, Genoa, thanks for rivaling me. I appreciate your Time, effort and attention, I suppose. I don't mind taking another loan here. Might actually be a benefit. Also, no, we're not restoring the Byzantine Empire here. This is not some kind of restoration run. This is a watch as the Ottomans destroy everyone else around me, and I scrabble to get some good allies against them. Who else hates the Ottomans? The Mamluks do, but of course they're at war already. Ooh, I like this big Albania here. Big respect. Go Skanderbeg. At least they no longer start as in war against the Ottomans, so they have a chance to do things. Unlike the poor Albanians of old, who were forced to fight the Ottomans and then inevitably die at 1444. Back when the game had wars on day one. So the Ottomans did take excess land like I expected, but less than I thought. Only 2 provinces from the Mamluks isn't enough for them to get the Ottoman invasion CB. From that mission. Okay. So I'm going to go to Guria. Because then rebels can't move to Kartli because they don't have a core there, necessarily. So it should be fine for them to wait to move into me. I don't want to take the same losses as what I just did. Trebizond gets national unrest for the duration of the person's aliveness. Or I just don't waste admin. It's also good. Don't worry, I haven't forgotten about my mission to integrate Samsket. I'm just letting the relations build up here. So really the hopeful plan is to get Tech 5 fight QQ, I think. They're only allied to Mashasha and Mazandaran. So I can't get any of their allies to help, any of their rivals to help me. With the Timurids. I mean, they're fighting Baluchistan right now, which is a good second war to do as the Timurids as a player. So they're definitely in the right lines to form Persia and keep. Look at that! You can see that they've already integrated Khiva. Or is that Khorasan? That's Khorasan, right? Khiva doesn't start as a subject. They start with just cores, and then you have to release them. Okay, let's see where these Imereti and Separatists go. Hopefully to Imereti. Or hopefully they stay in Guria. Oh, you chose a Dishi. I mean, I don't begrudge the choice. You do as you please. So it'll be Tech 5, then start taking defensive ideas. Ottomans have started with influence ideas. They have Chenda and Dolkadir as vassals. Why didn't they wait for idea 3? They get diplomatic annexation cost minus 25%. They could have saved themselves some dip there. Oh well. Far be it from me to worry about what they're doing. I'm gonna wait for. Hold on. So this can all be stated. Once this all calls, this can all be stated. So I've got a little bit of land to play with at the beginning here, which is good. I'll once again draw attention to the fact that actually it's our interest over everything else, which is eating into my stuff. I'll make this call. Then I have the institution before you know it. Sure, I could have got the institution first, then done all these wars, but honestly, you have to kind of take it while you can get it, kind of thing. I feel with this area, it can be rather volatile in its approach. It's my take on the matter. Perfectly placed units. We could try taking Theodoro, which would then let me fight just Crimea on their own without their allies as well. As a thought, if I was to disband my alliance, I could fight them at 14k total units, with very little regard for everything else here. So, I'm thinking drop Theodoro. Thank you for your cooperation, but now you're not of use to me right now. See, Ottoman declared war on Genoa for the provinces there. Let's take Eastern Militia, of course. Actually, what I'm going to do is, rather than make more states, I think it's time to... Actually, no, I need the early base game. I need the early game strength. I was going to say let's not bother, but let's just bother. I need the money, I suppose. Although money's a number, the state buying the provinces also gives me manpower and stuff. It gives me the base to do things. So, let's get this all called. Then I can start working on the defensive ideas. So, I'm still thinking defensive 1 for sure. It's the every other step of my plan I'm not sure on now. Would the Timurids ally me? Not on your Nelly, but they would nearly be a... They would nearly have a royal marriage with me, which would then affect alliance status. Wasted slot from Theodoro and from the Ottomans is my take. My thingy with the Circassians is up when 2 years time QQ have rivaled me. Can I swap AQ? I can. I'm willing to spend the Diplo power right now. Then QQ. I I can do it. I could do it for favours. Which I think is very interesting. I want all of that. And you would come in for literally just for favours. I mean, for the promise of land. Which you probably want, like, stuff down here, I assume. You know what, let's try it. QQ. I'm going to take Ganja. Actually, let's double check and see what they want. What do you desire? So yeah, they do want the south. They want some of this. They see Ilam as vital interest. You know what, Timurids? Your desires do not conflict with my interests, and therefore you can definitely receive the provinces. Help me out right now. Let's win a war. Ganja. If I call him Mazandaran. Well, let's not co-belligerate them. For a reason. And that reason being, even if I give the land to Timurids as they're non-co-belligerated, it will cost the Timurids more aggressive expansion for them to take the land. Yeah, that sounds good. So what would I do around here? I know I've got permaclaims, but would I release someone? And have like a subject around here? So who would it be? Ardabil? Isn't awful. Ajam, allied to Great Horde and Biapas. So they're kind of a non-issue. If you think about it hard enough. But I think I need to get admin 5, so I need a subject around here. Of course I'll have thingamajiggy integrated. Not a problem. The Timurids are starting to come in. I don't mind what they're doing here. Not going to try and get onto my forts realistically. There's very little land that they can truly gain. I mean, sure they can get onto the land, but they can't get onto the land. So I'm actually fine with it. However, I do need the Timurids to start stepping up their game and start walking through their lands. I will have finished integrating Samska soon. Oh, I like this piece. This is good. Right, let's go in now. They'll walk in. We've got a... What's this? This is great. Days of Glory. Wonderful. Fan of this. Just look and see if I can find it for my own personal knowledge for future. Caucasian music. Awesome. Okay. Now I know. And that was pretty strong. So, I'm just gonna go siege to Briz. Thanks, Timurids. Just give them support. And hopefully Timurids will just go back, loop back around to protect their own lands. Which will then allow me to do some sieging. So they want the south, I'll take the north. And then we'll be fine. No, don't tell me you want that. There we go, good. It was just because the month needed to tick. It was literally on the first that they took it. Canic, owned by Trebizond. That's my core. Which is why they would love it. For at least 10 ships privateering. Let's give Trebizond a church as the mission. So I'm not too bothered about Mazandaran in this war, as mentioned. I could give Timurid some of the land, but they'll just have it at co-belligerent aggressive expansion prices for them, so it's okay. Shirvan is still allied to the Ottomans, not a problem. My plan is just to try and get big enough that the Ottomans just ignore me, or see me as a valid threat if they were to fight me. That's kind of the plan here. So everything is now caught up in my land. I'm still at a quarter of my gov cap though, so I can have a pretty meaty vassal over here. But maybe I take... Kind of wish that Armenia didn't have cause here, if I'm honest. Love to take Armenia as a vassal. They've got a cool colour. But maybe I take Ardabil. Beapass is allied with quite a few people. It's fine. Maybe... Oh, that's very good. Gazikmuk taking on... No, it's not good. It's not great, actually. Could I become... Why could I not become a tributary? Because I'm at war. Okay. They wouldn't let me because of strategic interest, but if I was to improve relations, they might consider it. Then I become a tributary of the Great Horde. I take Gazikmuk. Then I say, hey, I'm no longer going to be your tributary. And all is fine. I suppose. Come on, Timurids, go fight them in Ganja. Ignore the fact that your fort is siege, we need to stop them. In my lands. That's it. Go fight them while they're in drylands. Good idea. I can realistically make peace once once I've sieged down to Briz, to be honest. What kind of vassal would Maragare be? Could always give it a try. See if it's any good. Circassian separatists. Sick 'em. Go on, Timurids. Go find 'em. Sick 'em. Sick 'em. Meanwhile, I'll finish this episode once we finish this war, I believe. Again, although I've got the claims, they're not cause, they're just claims, so I'm considering just giving my claims to a valid vassal. Like, say, Karabakh, actually, maybe. This is all going to be Coptic land. So that's going to be really handy, actually. You know, one Shia, but overall speaking, yeah, that's the plan, I think. Let's remove this horrible... No, I've fulfilled my prestige mission. Let's just do this. Trebizond must have a church. Not a problem. Does anyone want to de-siege Kabadia? Afghanistan? No? No? Everybody just wants to move away, yeah? Okay. Sure. I mean, I see absolutely no problems with that. So... more than one. I need one more reason. I suppose diplomatic reputation would be a reason, right? Let's get... Right, nobody wants to de-siege, so let's just de-siege ourselves. Miraculously, with nearly 25 years into the game, I still have some semblance of manpower. Very unusual for me. So how would the peace deal look? I would want everything up here and Ardabil, right? Then Timurids take this. Then we'll take money. No, I think that's about it. I think that's good enough. Because that is a neutral thing there. What if I also give them Kirkuk? Timurids does not want it. You know what? I wish the AI gave some considerations to what I desired sometimes for the peace deals. Sometimes they give me random provinces that I've never really had any need or necessity or even desire for, and they've just gone, hey, take this, and it's like, whoa, that's too much AE. But yeah, province is a province, I guess, at the end of the day. Canterbury is full, so we can make our peace. Wonderful. Then we'll take money. And the plan will be to release Karabakh or Ardabil. Well, Karabakh makes more sense, religiously speaking, because they'll follow the Coptic faith, which will actually be really handy for now. So let's grant them provinces of which I do not necessarily require right now. They can call that up. They'll be a decent vassal for me. That'll provide me with a force limit, less issues, and we are the Emperor of the Iberians, to which my 55-year-old gains 1 mil. Fine. Georgian Union. One of the following must be true. One of the following must be true. Trebizond also rose from here. Georgia owns a province, Georgia. 100 development in 74. 74 in owned provinces where the culture is Georgian so far. What they're saying is developed 26 times. Probably. Repay some loans, sure. Let's mothball the forts. Bring back my units. We're looking in really good stead now. So, let's pick this up next time, shall we? That's been part 2 Trebizond.